Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah! Perfect Plex Radio! We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the Monday Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
The hearts of men have never beaten so singularly in unison before. Men have never been so conscious of their brotherhood.
In our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
Peace under law is the victory we seek. We know that the cost of freedom is high, but we are determined to preserve our freedom no matter what the cost.
Let us be united for peace. Let us also be united against defeat.
A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
And with that being said, everybody, welcome back to the Mike Knoxxx Show here on Unpopular Review Wrestling, as well as the Mike Knoxxx Show. I am your host, one of your hosts today, that is Mike Knoxxx. And indeed, I'll be honest with you guys, it's a pleasure to be here before you today, as I am joined by my namesake, Michaela Wonders, back on the program. Girl, you're muted, just so you know. Welcome back to the program. How you doing today? I told you you're muted. There you go.
Hi.
What's going on, little girl? How you doing?
I'm excited. I'm doing good, and I am excited to be here. I'm just excited to talk about wrestling. I'm excited.
Well, today is Memorial Day, so we wanted to pay honor and tribute to those who have fought for our country. And with that being said, what a god darn heavy Bentley of wrestling. I mean, not you, little girl, because you don't know about this, but Pookie from New Jack, Flip from whatever crackheads you know that's the best. It wasn't enough drugs that can overdose you with wrestling this weekend, from Saturday night's main event to last night's Battleground to also last night AEW Double or Nothing. I'm in here. My baby girl thinks I'm insane. My wife thinks I'm insane. Friends on the game. I had 6 strains on at one time last night, watching the Pacers choke against the Knicks. Come on, damn it. Beat the New York Knicks, as well as all this wrestling last night. She watched NXT last night. Michaela, what did you think about Battleground?
I enjoyed it. I actually surprisingly enjoyed it. Certain matches. I know I was watching for the people I find familiar, because I still know a little bit about NXT, even though I don't watch it. I'm not completely I don't completely not know anything. So I was enjoying it. And I feel like I was going for some people that my padre was not going for.
Well, that's the beauty of professional wrestling, is just knowing about it and talking about it. So let's go ahead and dive into this wrestling show. A weekend of wrestling, by the way, may I add. And so I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to start how I want to start. And I'm going to start with right here, right now. I want to start with what's the name thing we talked about last? Saturday night's main event. I want to start with Saturday night's main event. Okay. So a lot of things took place in this. And I'm going to say this in fairness to you, little girl. Saturday night's main event was probably the worst wrestling program of the weekend. It was. Saturday night's main event. The fact that you have to watch it the way that you watch it compared to how I used to watch it, meaning how deep and important and amazing Saturday night main events used to be, I feel sorry for your generation. And it wasn't a bad show. Let me say that. It was not a bad show. But Saturday night main event, and of course, we're oversaturated with wrestling. Like I said, we just had 3 wrestling shows over the weekend. Mm-hmm. We're talking about when wrestling had 4 pay-per-views, maybe 6 total all year. Okay, and that's between 2 NWA with Great American Bash and Starrcade, and then the major 4 in WWE. So we would get Saturday night main event or Clash of the Champions. It was a big deal. For me as a wrestling fan, when I watch wrestling that way, it's still a big deal for me. I want it to be a big deal, but it doesn't come off like that to me. Did it come off like a big deal for you this weekend?
See, no. And I can't give it good amount of stars. I can't give it too many thingies. It disappointed me, especially the final match.
Well, a lot of things were disappointing in this thing, and let's talk about it right here. Let's talk about right here the opening match, which shocked me. Okay, it shocked me to get this match, the tag team match, opening up Saturday night's main event, as we got Braun Breaker, Seth freaking Rollins versus CM Punk and Sammy. Where's my t-shirt, Zayn? Your thoughts on that match?
It was good in a way. It was a good start off because it got my hopes up that every other match was going to be as entertaining and as cool and good as it was. Spoiler, okay. They weren't all like that. But I enjoyed the match more than I thought I would. I really didn't think it was going to be a first, but looking at the card,
yeah,
I'm not surprised it was first.
Okay.
But I enjoyed the match pretty well. I enjoyed certain things that Sammy and CM Punk did. I wasn't surprised about the winner. I was surprised about who we all know came back. I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed the match for the first match.
All right. So that's the part that's confusing for me because I thought this pay-per-view, or I keep saying that. It's so easy to want to call it a pay-per-view. Saturday night main event. I thought Saturday night main event delivered last night on Saturday. It just wasn't the best wrestling show of the weekend for me. And so because of that, it just didn't give me what I was looking for from our pay-per-view, right? So we open up with that match, but the best part had to be the return of my guy, Bronson Reed, destroys CM Punk. Can't get no better than that, little girl.
Well, John Cena also had a match. It could have got better. It just didn't.
Your takes on this overall match, though. Did you like the match?
I did like the match, though. Overall, I did enjoy and like the match. I think it gave what it needed, but overall, it was a good match.
Mm-hmm.
You can't exactly view that it was a bad match because it's the starting match. The starting match always, from what I have witnessed, for me, the starting match to pay-per-views or events or Saturday Night Live, whatever it's supposed to be called,
right,
is the starting matches are always should be good to start us off good.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good starting match. I'm glad Chelsea Green and them didn't start off because that would have been a bad start.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, I enjoyed it.
I thought this match was beyond good. on so many different levels for me. I enjoyed it an awful lot. I thought it delivered. I liked to see what happened here at the end. As I am on, I am on live. Give me 1 second, y'all. We'll be right back. I am having technical difficulties. We'll be right back here. Play a little Memorial Day again. Memorial Day. No, I'm on the phone. Hold on. What's up? I'm on air. So, all right. I thought something was wrong because I was getting a call from the peanut gallery here, but no. Bronson Reed showing up. Tsunami to CM Punk. I love CM Punk, but I love seeing Bronson Reed show up and come back. This was to me the highlight of Saturday night's main event. I want that to be said for me. It was. This was. I didn't expect him to come back. I knew there were rumors of him returning soon and things of that nature. But again, I'm one of them guys who I don't care to reach to find out these things. If it happens, it happens. What's going on, Fernando? Too many commercials for Saturday night main event. That too. Every match felt rushed. I'm assuming you're talking about Saturday night main event. All right. Logan sucks. And these are things we already know. So
I feel like that's the one thing I knew he was going to come back. Mm-hmm. Especially for Seth Rollins and what's his name? Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker, yeah.
I always get them mixed up. I knew he was going to come back. I thought it was going to be on like Money in the Bank. Mm-hmm. So it kind of shocked me that it happened Saturday Night Live main event, but I wasn't that surprised because I knew he was going to come back for them.
Well, I'm glad that they won this match. I knew they were going to win this match. They had to win this match. To me, it only made sense that they had to win this match. It wouldn't have made any sense for them not to have won this match. And so I'm glad that WWE somewhat got that together, if you will. Then we also got in this thing was this cage match, right? Were you excited for this cage match?
No. I forgot it was even going to happen. Honestly, I forgot about the entire match.
So you didn't enjoy this match at all?
I can't say I didn't enjoy it. I forgot about it. We were sitting there and it was paused. And then I was like, wait, let me go past the commercials, little cheats. And I was like, wait, I forgot they had a match. Mm-hmm. It shocked me because I genuinely forgot that they had a match, and I don't care about Damian Priest, so I don't pay attention to whatever cards he got. I'm happy.
That's just mean.
It's not mean. I'm not saying I don't pay attention to him. His mic skills are really corny that I don't really pay attention to him.
Well, it is Damian Priest, and I understand that. But if I can go back, right, because things are starting to be a little bit more blended here. I want to get back to this match, if you will, because do you see the tsunami? Do you see the tsunami on this match? Because it was actually a good match, by the way. I give it that because you were impressed with Sami Zayn and those. Yeah,
that shot.
You know what I mean? But my guy coming back, this moment, this faction, I loved it. I wanted to see it, and I'm happy this happened. In that way. But let's get to this actually, because this made a lot of people very upset, little girl. Your takes on this match?
Horrible, worst match of the entire card. It sucked. It was unneeded. It was horrible. It was a horrible match.
Whoa.
It was a horrible match. Zelina Vega should have lost. It was horrible altogether. I don't like Zelina Vega, but she should. I don't like her so much where I'm gonna wish like how I hate Becky. I don't dislike her that much, like how much I dislike Becky.
Sure, because you sure do hate you some Becky Lynch. So you're hating Zelina Vega like that. So do we need to yet again call that haterism?
No. I don't hate her like Zelina. I don't hate Zelina like I hate Becky. It's just Zelina Vega just doesn't. She doesn't stand out for me.
Okay.
I can't bring myself to like her. It's Chelsea Green should have won and got the title back, and it was really they robbed Chelsea Green.
Well, this match, I hate the term botch. I hate when wrestling fans say this is botch, that is botch, because I go, well, what can you do, right? Are you able to do these things that they're making fun of? But it was not a very good match in any way. In my mind, Chelsea Green carried this match. I'm not a fan of Zelina Vega also, Yes, she's a pretty lady. Yes, she may be a good ambassador for the WWE and representing New York and things of that nature. I am not a fan of Zelina Vega's wrestling ability or anything like that. It's just I've never been a fan of Zelina Vega outside of her aesthetic appeal to me on the screen, and that's just me. But
here is taller than her. That's how short Zelina Vega is. This thing, she's too short to be a champion.
What the hell is that thing?
Oh, it's a Pikmin.
It doesn't matter what it is. All right, let's get on to this match here because to me, hey son, to me, listen, my man came out like, whoa, okay, came out and I highly enjoyed this match. By the way, let me just say that again because John Cena is the man. Okay, point blank, Ron Cena. Okay, right? They got a shirt and all. Ron Cena. Okay, not Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Hill, Tupac Shakur Cena. No, Ron Cena said, "I will beat it out of you, John. I will beat it out of you." And he just couldn't. He lost that match.
Ron Cena could have won.
Well, he shouldn't have won this match. But I love how the crowd comes out. I love Cena's entrance. Everywhere he goes, he has a new shirt. Of course, they still hate him. He's still the number one selling merch style in the company right now. Then we get this guy. He's just looking as great as he can look. Look at him, just looking all as handsome as Ron Cena. Go out here. First of all, where's this picture that I had? Go back to that John Cena picture, girl. What are those? What is he wearing on his feet? What happened to his air pumps? What happened to his high? What? Those are some ugly ass shoes, Ron. I mean, Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, Goat Hill, Tupac Shakur Cena. That is terrible to be the
Is there
GOAT.
a name in there?
Huh?
Did you add an extra name into his name?
Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, the GOAT, Hill, Tupac, Cena. I said Shakur. I put his full name in there.
That's why I got confused.
Okay. But these are things you already know. Okay. So don't do that. All right. Now leave me alone. Leave me alone when it comes to that kind of stuff, little lady. How you get in trouble. All right. I do want to talk about because there were some things in this match that this was one of the things is why I didn't like the pay-per-view or the Saturday night main event. I'm going to get through real fast because I just didn't like, there was no reason for this match, right? There was no call to have this match unless you got what you got. And you didn't get it in this match, which is why I didn't like it. Now you say you didn't like this cage match.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I said I forgot about it.
How could you forget about Drew McIntyre though? That's the part I just didn't understand.
Because it's not Thanksgiving. I'm not eating mac and cheese right now.
It's not Thanksgiving. You're not eating macaroni and cheese right now. Steve chimes in. Happy Memorial Day. Zach, I hope you have a great one. I don't know who Zach is, but thank you. All right, Zach, happy Memorial Day, Steve. There you go. What's going on, Zachy? All right. See you checking in. Thank you, Jeff. Why is Seth with that guy? What do you mean, why is he with that guy? Because he is Bronson Reed. What do you mean? Like, you guys don't understand. Okay? You just don't understand it. But back to this cage match. Okay. It's Damian Lease. But I thought he did I did thought he did it some, it was a good match overall. So you telling me not in no form or fashion that you like this match?
You're putting words in my mouth now.
I didn't put words in your mouth. Mm-hmm. That's not what I did. No, I did not.
I don't think once I said I didn't like the match.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about it. Not saying I didn't like it. It's a steel cage match. You can't not like a steel cage match.
You actually can. if it's a bad match, you could definitely not like it if you didn't feel like it was a good match for sure. But
I didn't like the ending.
The ending was not good. But I actually did love the chokeslam moment in this match. And I'm not a Damian Priest guy. They always put on a decent match. So I was okay with it from my perspective. What am I supposed to get from it other than what I got? And so I was cool with it from that perspective. But the ending was what it was. We knew who was going to win the match. Then we get to this match right here.
Match.
Huh?
10-minute match.
What's wrong with that?
It was 10 minutes.
It was 15 minutes.
That's not better, honestly.
It was it was 15 minutes of a match, and you got Jay freaking Uso in this match. Okay, so you got that out of this match. So when you get the champ looking like a champ, being a champ, just being amazing like a champ, there was something wrong with this match, little girl, at all.
There is actually always something wrong with the match.
Why? Because Logan Paul was a part of it?
Logan Paul.
Your hate for those. I'm telling you, you're going to get your haterism. You and your mother both. Look at this man's ability in the ring. So you tell me you don't like the way that he wrestles? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You don't like the way that he wrestles. Are you serious?
If I don't like him, I don't like anything about him.
Wow. Anyway, John, what?
John made me so mad. I got so scared he was gonna lose.
But Cena comes back because he's doing what? They're selling Money in the Bank. This has something to do with somebody saying, well, Cena's gonna ruin wrestling by winning both the titles, taking the world championship, taking the WWE championship, and then retiring and making him make a new belt.
He should do that.
What?
He should do that.
I'm sorry, who should do what?
He should get both the titles and retire with both the titles and take them with him.
What are you talking about?
That is such a good way to go out. No titles for WWE. He takes them with him.
I just don't understand that logic at all. Okay, because
that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
Like, are you serious here?
Good way to go out.
To win both titles, to do what? So that ruins Jay, and what are they gonna do with that? Okay, he rings both belts, and I'm a John Cena guy. What does that do for the company?
Nothing.
You know he's not retiring a hill. You do know that, little girl.
Yes, I do.
Okay, you sure? Are you sure?
Yes.
You're thinking about it? You're not exactly sure? Which one is it? I'm confused. Confucius say.
I'm sure, Padre.
Okay. All right. Because he's going to lose his match. Anyway, we get the return of Cody Rhodes for no reason. Because Cody Rhodes has to come back. That's why we get the return of Cody Rhodes. Okay. And Cody had to do what Cody had to do. And come back, return. And that's going to be the... So now we got Jay and Cody versus Paul and Cena. So you love Cena, but you hate Paul. So where do you go?
Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Jey Uso. Yeah.
Just checking. I mean, all right. Well, we also had the opportunity, if you will, because a lot of things people talked about over the weekend that I just gotta say this. Last night, I didn't like. So your overall take Saturday Night Main Event, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, little girl.
I would have to give it a 2.5 out of 5.
A 2.5 out of 5. Okay.
2.5 stars out of 5.
2.5 stars out of 5. All right. 2.5 out of 5 stars is crazy.
It just could have been better. It had so much potential, and they just threw it down the drain and flushed it with a bunch of doo-doo. Could have been so much better. Just didn't. It wasn't, though.
All right. Well, what they were talking about yesterday was Battlegrounds. You had an opportunity to watch this show, and I'm going to just jump to it because you're not too familiar with this guy right here, but y'all got to stop, wrestling fans. Y'all got to stop. Stop the nonsense. Stop the madness. Stop the drilling. Stop the oil. Just absolutely do us all a favor and just stop it because it's embarrassing. Okay? It is flat out embarrassing to sit there and tell me that you think that this guy has the same energy as Michael Jeffrey
He definitely
Jordan.
posts like that on purpose.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay, no. Okay, they are not the same. They cannot be the same. They just are not the same. Okay, I get that he won the title. I get that he did all that he has to do. Michael Jordan winning that title was number 4. Trick Williams winning a 3rd wrestling championship, which he should not have won. I am a WWE mark. I'm a wrestling supporter. The fact that TNA earmuffs, TNA, you keep getting bun by these contracts. First AEW and now WWE. Tell me where it stops with you. When are you going to stop giving people so much power over your company? Are you that broke? What's going on? I don't understand. I like Trick Williams. I'm not even a Joe Hendry guy at all. I can't say no more at all. The way that people may hate Jonathan Rachel Rodriguez, Tom Brady to go to Hill, 2 bucks score, Cena, how I feel about Joe Hendry. I don't get it. But they love him. TNA, if I'm AJ Styles, he's not in his grave. He should have been backstage like, what in the F is this? Are you good? What is this? For every ex-TNA champion, no. This is a chance for TNA to get bigger. For what it's worth, you're on a WWE, NXT, whatever you want to call it, PLE. You have an opportunity to put your company's title, your number 1 guy, and you're not Moose. You let it be Joe Hendry, which is also the problem. Okay? You're going against one of NXT's tops of the last year and a half, 2 years, and Trick Williams. Whoop that Trick. What? All that good stuff. Trick's supposed to lose. Trick was supposed to lose so that TNA can get noticed, but no. Oh, no. WWE does what WWE does, and it was like Vince McMahon was booking this thing all over again. Terrible, terrible, terrible idea. He definitely should have won. Who definitely should have won? I don't know which we're talking about here. And that. What's going on, Willie? What you got going on here? Jordan would get washed in this era. Boy, if you ever even mention that again, I will personally, and I mean this sincerely, block your stupid ass. That is the dumbest shit I ever heard in my entire life of a sports person, that Michael Jordan today would get washed in today's NBA era. You are
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything.
You're crazy. Okay? I digress from there. Okay? Moving on from that nonsense. Okay? The video of Cody returning actually was over 35 million on WC shows. What does that mean? So what? That has nothing to do with anything. That has nothing to do with the price of China, Memorial Day, Pearl Harbor, none of that. That it got 35. It's the WWE. It's going to get $35 million, 35 million views. It's WWE. It's Cody Rhodes. What does that got to do with how it was executed? Right? What is that? That has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. That 35 million people saw that video of him coming back. It doesn't make a difference. Okay. What does it say? Kayla done gone to her dark side. I don't know who Kayla is. Her name is Mud Kayla. We don't do nicknames around these parts, and you know that because you've been in my house multiple times. All right. Kayla, go to the corner. That logic about Cena retiring with both titles. Stop it. I agree. What's up, honey B? I didn't know you was even in here, girl.
Haters.
Well, you don't want to have that, you know. It's all part of your. So I don't know what's going on about that. Hold on. Worst decision that was they made. It is. There's no way Trick winning was the right call. I don't see how that's the right call. Okay. And I'm going to say this, Jeffrey, as someone, and you know what's coming. You already know. And it wasn't that. Okay. That just happened to come back up. It wasn't that. When it comes to Trick.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
So I can't say that in good conscience. And I need to explain to me. Please comment below. Let me know. And I respect everybody's opinions, thoughts, and everything of that nature. This isn't about the WWE. This isn't about Trick. This does nothing for Trick Williams. Nothing at all. A partnership is supposed to help each other out. The WWE is the biggest ticket in town and has been the biggest ticket in town for all of short of 52 weeks since we've known wrestling. TNA, from its inception of a penny pay-per-views to all the things they went through, the main event mafias, the Stings, the Christian Cages, the Mooses, you can insert Alex Shelley's, you can insert Chris, what's his name, Daniels, and all those guys that came from over there, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, the name, I can keep going, and I'm not the biggest TNA guy. This would have done wonders for that company. It does nothing for NXT. And I can hear you people saying, well, he can win it back and that becomes a bigger deal. Not really, because at that point, you expect that. You should have pulled that trigger first, the unexpected. And it was unexpected. I give you that. I didn't expect last night for Hangman Page to win. I'll talk about that in a second. I damn sure didn't expect for Trick to win this title. The same way I knew Moose wasn't going to beat Oba in that match. So it was all shocking for me within itself. As we get back in here into Battleground. I will say this with Battleground. Little lady. Let's talk about it. So we got Kelani Jordan opening up with Sol Roca. You know I'm a Kelani Jordan guy. What you think about this match?
I was going for Kelani Jordan, and she didn't win, and I got sad.
You got sad?
I know Kelani Jordan. I've seen a lot of stuff of her. I enjoy her wrestling. I was really rooting for her. I don't even know who this other girl is. Mm-hmm. But I did like her. I did like her moves. I did like what she did. I did like how she basically just tossed her around. I liked them both when I got into the match, but I was still rooting for Kelani, and she didn't do it, and I was sad.
That's all I need right there. Little black girl magic on the screen. Okay. Freckle Sensei. But anyway, TNA better get a title because it's going to be a wash with that NXT partnership. And that's what it feels like to me as well. Shay, sure, you're checking in here with comments here. Think what's going on, Shay? When TNA Star wins the NXT title, then I feel like TNA is breaking even with the WWE. As of now, they're getting the short end of the stick in my eyes. And I agree with that. Again, I am not a TNA guy. I'm a wrestling fan, but right is right and wrong is wrong. This does nothing for TNA. Whatsoever. Matt chimes in. So Trick is going to TNA. Not necessarily. They're a partnership, Matt. They cross promote. It's not at this point to me. TNA is not even a separate company anymore. Okay, they can say partnership all they want to. WWE owns their asses because I would like to throw this out there. How does Joe Hendry go into NXT? He was already there. What does that still do? He's still the same guy. It doesn't do anything. It does absolutely nothing. He's already wrestled there. He just wrestled on the pay-per-view with them last night, right? A PLE. So he officially signs an NXT contract. It does nothing for TNA. Okay, it's the same thing they got with Santana that's going to be wrestling tomorrow night. We know TNA Stars will eventually win NXT Women's title in due time. Yeah, in due time. We keep saying that. We've been saying that since every partnership they've done. In due time, where? That's all I want to know. Love Kelani, but she needs some extra flair. Soul is a main roster ready in my eyes. You know what's funny, Shay? You know how I feel about Kelani Jordan. But I finally start to see the writing on the wall. And I think you and Barbara, Wrestling Doll here, were right when y'all mentioned that. She does see a little bit more season, a little bit more flow. There is something missing from her. And I thought she had it, but she didn't pick up any momentum from that for me to go into that next level. And I lost that with her. Epic. Michaela's the best co-host. I love her opinions.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Whoever you are.
So as we get back into this, but this match was what it was. And I take it for what it was. Next we have this tag team match. Listen. Anything that I ever see. Go ahead.
Two. I didn't watch this match. I played the last.
You definitely got off this match and went to play the last of us. I seen you. That's bad. Hank and Tank. Moving on. All right. Now, I was probably in there. I like Stacks, and I like. Listen, call me corny, right? Anybody want to call me? It's whatever. I love storyline. I love. I understand. I'm from an era that understands it's okay to the same way they exploit someone like Crime Time, right? Rest in peace, Shad Gaspar, friend of the program, right? The way they exploit, the LWO, things of that nature. They're Italians. I like seeing that. I love seeing it. It's something that's still in American culture that's very respected and loved, is the Italian mob kind of lifestyle, right? So I was here for this whole entire match, and I got this match right. It was time for Stacks to win, and he won the match. I thought it was absolutely perfect. With that being said, isn't Joe Hendry still suffering from a shoulder injury? If I'm not mistaken, I wouldn't know. I'm not a Dr. St. Andrews. I would have no clue. Hey, guys, happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day as well. I think Hill Run would be with wonders for Kalani Jordan. I can see that happening too. And I would like to see that happening. Shay, I've been asking for Kalani to turn for months now, but there's a reason to have her turn for months now, honestly, Jeffrey, because up until now, I haven't seen the reason for her to have to do it. Right. But now, I think those comments are coming up too fast and they're going away too fast. Let me go ahead and change that banners, because how they're coming up, I think I'm clicking on them, then you guys are gone, then you ain't there, then you are there, then you are there, then you ain't there. So let me go ahead and fix that for you guys. I did not like that whatsoever. My bad, Jeffrey, in that with their comments on the board right there. I do appreciate you as always, brother man. Back to this comment. Stacks is Michael with a sunny, angry. What? Anger.
Anger. If you know, you know. I don't think we know.
I don't. I don't think we know what you're talking about. I have no idea what it is you made when you say that. All right. But this match, I enjoyed it. I got the finish I wanted, and I was happy with that match as well. Please make sure you guys go check this out. I actually enjoyed this match. Moving on, right? We got a couple more about this. Go back. What happened? I'm gonna be quiet, little girl. Look at her face, y'all. I made her watch NXT last night. I told she has to open her horizons. Okay, what did you think about this whole thing?
I love Stephanie. Well, I can't pronounce her last name.
It took me a while.
I don't want to try to pronounce it and mess up, so I just don't say her last name.
Mm-hmm.
I love Stephanie. I love Lil. I love Maleficent. That's what her nickname is going to be, is Maleficent.
Maleficent, yeah.
I love other girl. Though I love her wrestling. I love how she just tosses people around. I love how she wrestles. Her body shape scares me.
Her body shape is amazing. Sorry. that's a lot of men's appeal to her, is that she is shapely and that way. But to me, yes, I grew up with the whole, you don't know this, but BBD, Bell, you know that, New Edition, never touched a big butt and a smile. So for me, any girl could be poison. I can care less about how she looks, once how great she wrestles. And that's where I'm starting to see the translation. Yeah, she is a pretty girl, but she can actually wrestle. And now earlier in the week, kind of took a little flack because I kind of mentioned that she needs to, in our chat, that I think she needs to get better on the microphone to become a bigger star. Do you believe that in wrestling in your young age? And this is not me implementing you, what you think. Like, do you think a person's microphone skills and how they present themselves on camera talking matters in wrestling today, or just what they do in that ring, what you noticed last night, that can separate them from being great?
I think mic skills are really important, because then, sure, you're a good wrestler, but then what if you win the match, you have to do a promo and your mic skills are just horrible? No, you're not catching anyone's eye if you can't speak. Like, that's like, it's just not. You need to have good mic skills. You need to know how to talk good smack that isn't corny. Damian, at least. You just need to be good. I originally didn't even think Jay was good on the mic, and then he got better. I I think mic skills are really important to being a good star in WWE.
Okay. All right. Hold on. What was this? Let me go back a little bit. All right, we'll go back to Mad Dog's comments here. Do you think Tony is going to get called up to the main roster now that he's? I don't know. I don't know if there's a spot in the main roster. And here's my problem with wrestling in general with Triple H right now. There's too many people. It's just too many people. It's not room. It's too many people for everybody right now. The family story is a bust. It's just not moving me. Wondering what's next for Tony. Is this his last of the OG NXT 2.0s? It worked for me. Right. And again, different strokes, different folks. When I needed something to pay attention to about 6 months ago with NXT, their storyline caught my attention with that. But that's just me. So to each their own. You got that one. I respect that. Saturday Night Main Event was good too last Saturday night. It was okay. I give it an average. She gave it a 2.5. I give it a 3, if that. It just Saturday Night Main Event does not do it for me like it used to when I was a kid growing up. From The Godfather. I got The Godfather reference when he said it. It just, he didn't say it correctly. Okay. He just said, I know The Godfather. Okay. It's starting to look spooky for Jordan. What is her direction at this point? And that's where I was going to go next with that as well, Shay, is Jordan Grace, Big Mama Pump ain't been doing so dang on good lately. I tell you that much. So I think they need to get that back in order with her because she just continues. It just seems to be losing these matches. Without rhyme or reason to be losing these matches. So that's that part right there. But I thought it was a good match. Right person won to me as well. Moving on. Get to your comments again. And then we get Oba Fenny versus AKA Baby Randy Orton. Mr. Bourne. What you think about this match?
Blu-ray Randy and Oba Fenny. Nope, can't do that either. And Oba, I enjoyed the match. I was rooting for Oba, not because I was betting on black guys. I'm not my dad. It's because I know him and I didn't know the other guy. I recognized Oba back when I used to watch NXT, back when we were in Philly and we were watching NXT at the same time WrestleMania was happening. That's how I know Oba, and I know I was rooting for him because I know how well he is. So I was rooting for him because I actually know him. But I enjoyed the match overall. I that's what I have to say. Blu-ray Randy, I didn't really care for him, honestly.
I'm sorry. Shay said it was for sure too. I'm sorry. I just want to share. I think that's funny. Absolutely. For me, this match is. I mean, Oba won. Oba was supposed to win this match. I have nothing against Mr. Bourne, aka Randy 2.0. I have nothing against him. He's just not there yet for me. You talking about people going up, Mad Dog, and people ask about going to the next. Oba should be up before Tony. Oba should be on the main roster. Hands down to me. Oba is, but if you move Oba and then Trick is next, or if someone say, well, move Trick, I'm not as favor of Trick going to the main roster. Okay, at all. I think Oba is a way better performer in every facet of wrestling than Trick Williams. And again, I have nothing against Trick Williams at all. I'm not gonna say I'm a super fan of Trick, but I support Trick. I want to see Trick do good. I think Trick is on the same trajectory, and he's been doing it for a while now, as Javon Evans. Javon Evans is a better wrestler. Neither one of them are great on the microphone, but at least when Javon is talking, I'm like, that's how young boys talk. At least I get a young boy perspective from him. You know what I mean? But Trick just has this look. I give him that. Trick has a look, but I don't think Trick is main roster ready. But I think Oba is. Go ahead.
I was going for Trick. But that's because I also know him. I remember him and Carmella Hayes' little feud. I remember. And I always was rooting for Mello, but that's how I know Trick Williams. So I was rooting for him.
Okay. Well, again, everybody got happy for Trick winning. Same energy. What the F is wrong with y'all? Willie, I will block your dumb ass. Okay, y'all. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on Unpopular Review Entertainment. We got a lot of stuff around the corner. Are you a movie fan? Mission Impossible Final Reckoning is out. And we did a review for it last night. Y'all check it out. Y'all, we'll be right back here on Unpopular Review Wrestling, the Mike Knoxxx Show.
When the need for certainty is absolute and the odds are deemed impossible, the mission falls to him.
Judy Chu, I need you to trust me one last time.
Woo. Guys, welcome back to the Mike Knoxxx Show here on Unpopular Review Wrestling. The Mike Knoxxx Show here in the building, and a lot to discuss because wrestling, as we left off with Oba and those guys being where they are in this match. Do you think Oba's main roster ready?
No.
Cut me deep, why don't you? What do you think about the young boy Eric Bourne, aka Randy 2.0?
Yeah, even more of a no.
Even more of a. You're just a hater. Okay, I think I know you're my daughter because you just as handsome and smart and pretty as beautiful as I am. But you come off like the executive consultant, Mr. Chris. That's how you come off.
Why would you insult me?
because you hate everything, and it's embarrassing. It's quite embarrassing that you're that way, little girl.
Embarrassing? It's called an opinion, Padre.
Okay, that's true.
I'm nothing.
You're what? All right, listen, give me this match right here. Listen, this little quick before we got out of here is NXT. I want to just talk about this. Adam Hangman Page last night wins the Owen Hart Cup in AEW as they had their sixth annual Double or Nothing pay-per-view last night that's kept me up till 12:35 yesterday. Now, as I'm watching both these pay-per-views simultaneously, in fairness, and I'm going to be honest, and my little child is here, I don't watch AEW religiously. I don't watch NXT religiously. They just both be on the background. They're background noise wrestling for me. It's just what it is. I enjoy them in my little spurts with them. In fairness, I understand the AEW audience, and that's fine. I know that some of the things they do is not for me. It's for that audience. NXT was better last night than AEW. It's not even a question. Sometimes Big Daddy Cool, the BDC around here on Pop Review will say in the chat, AEW sucks this, AEW's that. He woke up this morning, I read when I grabbed my phone, he said, how come there's more people talking about Trick Williams winning last night at TNA title than they were Double or Nothing? And I'm sitting there saying, is there really? As soon as I touch all my social medias, and everybody has different algorithms, not a peep about last night's Double or Nothing for what it's worth. All the talk is about Trick Williams and NXT's Battleground, which tells you, damn, I'm sorry, Battlegrounds, which was a PLE, but I'm sorry, Double or Nothing, which is one of your this is your second biggest pay-per-view next to All In. This is your first one. This is your baby. What a mid-show yesterday. And that's not fair. I'm lying. I'm cap. That's what y'all said. That's cap, right? Because but that's what they say. They say that's cap. What, I can't say that?
No.
I'm not allowed to say that's cap?
Please don't.
Why? That's cap. Why can't I say it? You can say it, but I can't say it?
It doesn't sound right coming out.
Well, that's cap, but you say that to me now. But this, I'm going to tell you why the pay-per-view was good. I just thought it was too damn long. That's what we get with AEW, but I still thought NXT's was better. Okay? Will Ospreay and Hangman Page. I don't want people to sit there and say it because I'm a Hangman Page mark. I'm glad he won this. I was shocked he won this. I just knew Will Ospreay was going to win this match. 100% I thought that was going to happen. But I got to give credit where credit is due in this moment. That match was very, very good. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it an awful lot. And I'm glad that I got the step to watch that match. But don't you start doing what you wrestling fans do and start saying stuff like it was match of the year, because it wasn't. It was a great match. What you don't talk about too much, what you should talk about more, but all you guys are afraid to talk about it, but you know how we do around these parts. This is what should be talked about. Mercedes Moné. that black girl magic right now is on a trajectory. I don't want to hear this bull crap nonsense haterism like my daughter over here who hates on everything about how the heck, in the heck, will the heck can it be okay for any other girl to do it, not her? Plenty of wrestlers write their own story. Plenty of wrestlers collect all the belts. When she does it, there's a problem. Nah. Mercedes Moné winning this title, winning this tournament, rather, going to go against Toni Storm for this title. This was the moment of the week for me, right? Because I'm going to support. I'm going to always support what I support, okay? And you guys should get with it or learn how to deal with it. It's that simple. It really is that simple, okay? I don't know what's wrong with you folks. I don't know why you folks don't do it enough. You should do it enough. But this girl is not Bayley.
She's garbage. I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, oh, great. The garbage has been taken out. I say, hey, I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, I can't believe you took out the garbage. That's not what you say when somebody takes out the garbage. You say, thank you for taking out the garbage.
And I love Bayley, but damn it, I love that goated moment from her. Listen, that girl, Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, y'all need to give this girl, this woman, her damn props, okay, for doing this, for winning this. Absolutely amazing. Good match, though, with Jamie Hayter. Not a great match. Anarchy in Arena should have been placed to me as the last match. I think it should always be the last match. It was entertaining. It's going to give you what it gave you, and it was a very, very good. Those were the three headlines of the match. Toni Storm versus Mina, okay, seen better. Sumter Texas versus the Hurt Syndicate, really not that good at all. Okada and Speedball was great. Briscoe and Ricochet, I mean, just overall, it was a bad night. I'm not saying that. It was very good. It's just, again, what we get accustomed to. Come on, Tony. Every single time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 freaking matches, man. And I get it. 11's a lot better than 6 I get. 7's the limit. 8 tops, but 11 matches. Oh, my God. 12:30 at night. But Mercedes Moné, do her thing. And I absolutely loved all she did last night. That is the week in wrestling as it was as AEW Double or Nothing, WWE Saturday Night's Main Event, as well as NXT Battlegrounds last night, baby girl. Your take on all this wrestling intake this weekend you just inputted upon.
Well, I already gave Saturday Night Live Main Event thing 2.5 out of 5 stars. I'll give NXT 3.5 out of 5 stars. And AEW 0.
She didn't watch.
I didn't watch it.
I was so shocked Darby did not come back during the Anarchy Arenas match. The trios match was actually really good. It just put a dead spot on the Anarchy match. It did. It was a very bad placement of that match. And I couldn't really get into it. I remember hitting the chat saying, man, this is terrible placement. But the Anarchy match, to me, I loved it. I loved it so much. But I always love the Anarchy matches. So, Mike, I will only support what I support. Well, that's what you're supposed to support. Support Mike Knoxxx. Support the best damn show in radio networks, the Mike Knoxxx Show. Support Unpopular Review Wrestling and Entertainment. Support. That's all we got is support. She's getting the Charlotte treatment in AEW, and I love every single bit of it. I love it too. Now, some would actually say, there it is. Oh, we got to do it. Come on, here it comes. I changed it from CEO to BGM. If you don't know what that is by now, I'm just going to let y'all know. Okay. That is called Black Girl Magic. Okay. Black Girl Magic. That's what it is. All right. Overall, I love this past week in pro wrestling. I really enjoyed it. Darby is still climbing down from off the top of look at Epic chiming in. BGM.
I love this Epic fan. I wonder who she is.
Yeah. Oh. Silly. Shay, that's why I just watched NXT first, but I only look forward to Mercedes match and the Anarchy in the Arena match. And this is... So what did you guys think of Double or Nothing? Again, I thought Double or Nothing was pretty damn good. What do you say? I'm hearing more about Double or Nothing than NXT. Again, depending on your timeline, I reckon. But I'm in multiple groups. Unfortunately, a lot of us are in the same groups, whether we know it or not. I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be smart, Fernando. Okay. I don't know how your reach is in social media, but it's not being talked about more, other than the fact that Will Ospreay lost to Hangman Page. That was definitely shocking, at least for a lot of people in that retrospect. But no, Trick is getting way more attention this morning than anything else. How was that match of the year when Tony and Mariah is match of the year, Fernando? Hangman and Will Ospreay match of the year, not even close. They've had better matches than this one. And it was a great match. I absolutely loved it. You already know what it is, Jeffrey. I absolutely loved that match. It was a great match. It was, I just think Anarchy in the Arena should be last because it's Anarchy in the Arena, right? And I'm accustomed to the first one too, actually ending the pay-per-view, right? So, but it was a great match. I'm not saying, but match of the year, it's not. It's not. And I think Shay just said it. And so far, and that's been his year, Tony and Mariah so far is still probably match of the year thus far this year. A lot to talk about here in wrestling, guys. Listen, it don't matter if you like what I like, if you like what you like. I like what I like. You like what you like. But we all like wrestling. Listen, comment below. Let us know your thoughts on this show, because at the end of the day, it's all just important that you understand the message of what's being delivered. Message. So get with it or get lost. Baby girl, any final thoughts on the wrestling match?
Ron Cena should have won.
Ron Cena should have won. Oh, yeah, we didn't say his name. Since we didn't say his name, let's just do it just because.
Jonathan?
The crowd on their feet. On a man. Oh! What the heck?
I just want to show it every single time I get a chance to do it, because he does not exist to me. Okay? It's what it is. All right. But listen, with that being said, guys, listen, we have a lot of things here. Make sure you guys come back tonight for the Rated R Raw review show, as you check that out right now with BDC, the EC, as well as Steam and Willie Beeman talking about Raw tonight and what's happening on Raw tonight. Make sure you come back. Guys, we are back to my regular location. I got my job back in my hours. We are back to 6 p.m. Only took us, it wasn't even 2 whole months. And they gave me what I wanted, baby girl. Weekends off. Got my job schedule back. Listen, when you're good in what you do what you do good, they give you what you want when you want it. And they gave me what I wanted. What'd you say, Tony? Book it. Yeah, book it. And I'm back at 6 p.m. So listen, with that being said, again, any final words, little girl?
I just have to say it. I haven't said it this week. Becky Lynch sucks.
That doesn't make any sense to even say that.
Becky Lynch.
She's garbage. I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, oh, great. The garbage has been taken out. I say, hey, I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, I can't believe you took out the garbage. That's not.
She can't be trash when she cuts a promo like that. Listen, guys. Listen, do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me, and don't love God. And remember, y'all just see her face backstage when I play that, y'all. Listen, guys, we're going to get ready to get up out of here. Listen, as always, thank you for being the best part of what we do here, and that is you, the fans. Tune in, and lock in, y'all. The Mike Knoxxx Show. We are out of here. I love you. See y'all next week, y'all. Fingers.